Thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us here on TCM. I'm Alicia Malone, and we've been exploring British comedies the past few hours. And while our next film is not set in the UK and is definitely not a comedy, it does star two people from Great Britain: Elizabeth Taylor, who was born in London to American parents, and Welsh actor Richard Burton. Like their characters in our film, they were also married in real life at the time, but this is not a happily ever after kind of story. Quite the opposite. From 1966 and marking the big screen directorial debut of Mike Nichols, it's Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Burton plays an associate college professor, Taylor is his wife, and their long, complicated history is on full display as they host a young couple at their home after a party. The story had its origins on Broadway in a play by Edward Albee that starred Arthur Hiller and Uta Hagen. It immediately became the talk of the town with its bawdy language and bravado performances. To give you an idea of the energy needed to do it, all four stage roles had to be played by completely different actors during all of the matinees, as it was simply too much for anyone to do twice in one day. Some were worried it would be too much for both Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton as well. When a film version was being planned, their friend Shelley Winters even sent a telegram telling them not to do it, worried it would be bad for their nerves and a stress on their marriage. But the roles were too irresistibly challenging for them to pass up, and their performances ended up being among the most celebrated of their careers, winning Elizabeth Taylor her second Oscar for Best Actress. As for their marriage, it did survive, well, for a while at least. Let's take a look with an adapted screenplay by Ernest Lehman, who also produced. From 1966, this is Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? That beautiful black and white cinematography was by Haskell Wexler, and it brought him his first Academy Award, one of 5 Oscars that Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf received. Warner Brothers studio boss Jack Warner initially wanted the film to be shot in color, but director Mike Nichols held firm. He felt black and white would accentuate the stark drama of the story, and that the heavy makeup needed to age Elizabeth Taylor for her character would look fake in color. When Haskell Wexler went up to receive his Oscar, he gave a very simple yet compelling speech of just a few words. "I hope we can use our art for peace and for love." Well said. Wexler won a second Oscar a decade later for his muted color cinematography for the 1976 film Bound for Glory. Up next, Ben Mankiewicz will be here to introduce some films based on the work of author Edith Wharton. But I'll be back in a few hours with TCM Imports, so I'll see you then.
Next on TCM, The Age of Innocence, then The Old Maid, and later, Our Dancing Daughters. TCM's got the moves tonight.